Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Sailor Solitaire and this is your mid-November 2017 tarot update. This is a general reading, so if you feel like this reading doesn't really resonate with you, or even if it does, please check out your other signs as well: Sun, Moon, Rising, your Venus sign, any sign that you identify with. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can purchase a private personal reading on my website, sailorsolitaire.com, or via Etsy. The links to both of those sites are in the description box below. So without further ado, I want to get started. I do hope that these messages are helpful and insightful for you. If they are, please let me know. Give this video a thumbs up so I know that I'm on the right track, doing a good job. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Alright, let's get right to the reading. Hello Geminis. I hope they're all doing fabulously. I do feel like most of you Geminis are like slowly starting to feel like that fight or some sort of anger in you subsiding. Like slowly it's just like, you know, tiptoeing away. And I feel like you know, it's almost like some of you Geminis have been going through some things where you've been kind of pissed off at the world or at a specific person or just maybe at yourself, and you feel like lately you know, it's sort of lessening. I feel like some of you may have been feeling like, okay, this is like really negative about it, and you've been kind of thinking that it's never gonna go away, but I feel like slowly but surely you guys are kind of noticing like, okay, things, you know, things are actually looking a bit brighter, things are good. And I'm very happy for you Geminis. I feel like you guys are kind of letting go of certain things and releasing a lot of pain, a lot of anger. So congratulations to you Geminis if you have been doing that. And if you haven't, I recommend it, Geminis, because you know, you need to hop on that train, because I feel a lot of Geminis, you know, just letting go of wounds and allowing themselves to heal. And I don't know if that's just, you know, happening to all Geminis, but you know, you want to take advantage of that cosmic energy going around. Okay. So the first card is going to indicate the general energies at play for you for the rest of this November. And we've got the Fool in the reverse position. Okay, so this is a major arcana card, and this is unlimited potential for you guys. Okay, so I do think that, you know, some of you Geminis are in the middle of a transition. You know, an ending of some sort has been in the works, has been happening, and now it's about to go down. It's about to begin. Okay, you're about to embark on something new, hopefully something better, something more liberating, something that frees you, something that allows you to grow and to progress and to be yourself, and that allows you to, you know, discover more about yourself and to develop yourself some more. This Fool card in reverse though does indicate a need for caution. Like some of you may be feeling like, you know, new beginning, and you've been holding yourself back for so long that you want to just go wild, get crazy, and you guys just want to be reckless. Okay, but this card is sort of warning that recklessness, you know, when pushed too far, can get you into a lot of trouble. This is a card of potential, but of course potential means good or bad. Anything is possible basically. So you know, it's not as easy as having the right intentions and having everything work out. I do think that a lot of you do have your heart and mind in the right place, so things are probably going to be really good for you, but just watch out for being too reckless and letting you know, letting your, I guess, impulse, like your kind of primal urges, potentially letting that hold you back and bring you back to square one, to where you started. Okay, so don't move backwards, I guess is what I'm saying. Some of you may be reckless and kind of you know, pick at old wounds or dig yourself into a hole that you just covered up. Okay, if that makes sense. You don't want to be moving backwards. It's all about forward movement, forward progress. But, you know, you sort of are at, you know, ground zero, point zero. You guys are at the very beginning, and it's your choice whether you want to now, you know, move forward or move back. You know, you're given the freedom to make your own choices, even now more so than ever. And you know, you may feel like what you want is to go back, to move backwards. For some of you, of course, you know, it's your life, do whatever you want. Some of you, that could be the right thing to do. But for most of you Geminis, please don't look back, okay? Just speed forward, and make sure that you are making positive changes, as opposed to just changes. Okay. So the next card is going to represent something that requires your attention. All right, Geminis. Six of Swords. Okay, so this card is to me about, like you can see, literally putting the swords down, okay? It's like you guys have been holding on to this, okay? And I do think that these swords here represent like negative thoughts, negative wounds even. Okay, so you know, it's like you've been using the sword as sort of like the swords could even represent defense mechanisms, okay, walls that you've put up because of what's happened to you in the past. And so you have, this could even be like baggage, you know, from old relationships. So it's like you guys have so much, you know, baggage here, a lot of self-defense mechanisms and problems and old sort of, you know, habits that you've picked up along the way. And to me, this card is about, you know, slowly just putting them down in the ground and walking away. Like you can see this woman here, like, you know, slipping the swords out of her hands and just walking away. It's almost like she hears or she, you know, sees something better in the distance. You know, the light is finally shining through. She, you know, sees that light finally in the middle of darkness, and she's just called towards it, moving towards it, and leaving behind old, okay, leaving behind old pain, baggage, self-defense mechanisms, hurt, old wounds, old habits. The walls that you've been putting up, they're crumbling away because of the good that's happening in your life. And I feel like it's such a, like, enormously, you know, special and really life-changing moment in time for a lot of you. And I feel like, you know, the beginning of 2018 is just going to be unreal for some of you. I feel like it's definitely a time for you guys to just leave all the bad and the negative in the past and just move forward with just bright eyes and an open heart and open arms, okay? I definitely feel like there's amazing things ahead of you, but I feel like you really need to realize that when you feel called, you feel like that, you know, little bit of that pain, you know, being released and lessening, and the load lightening, don't freak out. Don't think that, you know, you're losing a part of yourself. And I know that some of you may fall back because you're addicted to some sort of pain. You're addicted to that, and that's what you're used to, and you almost feel, it's almost, you know, these swords are like your safety blanket, you know, and you don't want to give it up. You want to have that just in case, you know, things are working out now, but who knows in the future, right? And it's just like a safety mechanism. It's just comforting to have these things to fall back on. But I'm telling you that where you're going is going to be so much better. You know, you don't need the swords where you're going. This doesn't mean that you're going to be defenseless. This doesn't mean that you're going to be totally ignorant. You know, you're not going to be a fool. You're not going to be, you know, naive. Okay, but you want to purify yourself, your spirit, at least. I'm not, you know, gonna talk about or I'm not trying to say anything about that. I just mean your spirit, you know, your aura should be cleansed, should be clean for this new chapter in your life, so that you can finally, you know, leave behind, wash your hands clean from the past, from old people, and just walk away. I feel like you've been, you know, you deserve to have that load lightened. You deserve to be free and to just, you know, put your arms up and be able to just, you know, to be liberated. Okay, this is what, you know, the end of November and the end, and hopefully all of December as well, and into the new year, this is what it's all about, being liberated. Okay, so I do think that any, you know, loose ends you want to tie up, anything that could potentially, you know, be sort of like a fallback, a safety net for you to fall back on, tie up all those loose ends and set yourself up for forward progress, for forward movement. Kind of eliminate the things in your life that can potentially hold you back, because there is recklessness here. I feel like, you know, you have all the right intentions in your mind, but sometimes second nature takes over, and so you want to set yourself up so that it's sort of foolproof. You know, your life is foolproof in the sense that it's hard for you to go backwards. It's hard for you to mess up and to kind of find yourself back at square one. Okay, so the next card, Geminis, is general advice. All right, what have we got for you, Geminis? The Tower in reverse. Okay, so another major arcana card, and I see a lot of movement, I see a lot of change, and definitely new beginnings. Okay, so this Tower card to me is definitely like just a sudden change, sudden movement. Okay, so maybe for some of you, you really had to, like, you know, that ending ended really quickly, and now you've got to start your new beginning. So for some of you, I see that, you know, it's still painful. Okay, you still have that pain and that burden, it's still there. Okay, the goal is to lessen that. I'm not saying it's going to happen right away, and it's okay if it's not. Don't feel like, you know, it's not going to happen just because it's happening to other people but not to you. Okay, this Tower card though is saying that, you know, the end is ended, or, you know, it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. You can't go back in time. You can't change it. What you have to do now is move and start, you know, taking action now, because the, you know, what you're holding on to is not going to be there for very long. Okay, it's not going to be, it's going to be a memory, it's going to be something in the past anyway, right? So why not, you know, get a head start? Why not, you know, put yourself ahead of the pack, ahead of the curve? This Tower card in reverse is like, you know, you may have to, you know, find new things right away. Okay, so maybe some of you getting divorced, you need to, you know, you need to like get all new, like everything. Okay, so maybe like your partner handled all the expenses, all, you know, everything, and now it's like, now you have to kind of organize everything, get everything on track if you want to continue, you know, living every day. You know, you have a lot of things to take care of, a lot of things on your to-do list and a lot of things on your checklist, and it's like you just have to do. But this card is a very hopeful card, in a sense that it's like you do have a path in front of you. Okay, so it's not like you have to build your own path. It's not that it's not like that. Okay, so how do I explain this? I feel like you know what the steps are, what you know what to do. You just have to do it now, if that makes sense. Okay, so at least you have a plan, at least you know what to do. Okay, I definitely see so much change, and I feel like there's a lot of change in you as well, giving up the fight. You know, I feel like, man, it's hard. You guys are so strong, because I definitely feel like what's been happening to you guys has been quite sudden, in terms of like finally wrapping it up. You know, it's just coming to an end, just like that. It may have been a long time coming, but it's like the actual, like, you know, like closing, the ultimate like closing of it was just way too quick, and now it's like reality that you have to, you know, start again. You have to make movements. You have to like start, you know, you want to stay afloat, okay? And it's very real now that, you know, you have to start building or start swimming. Otherwise you're, you know, you're not going to last very long. You're going to end up, you know, lost up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, basically. Okay, so the comforting thing is that you guys are very capable of doing this with this tarot card. It's like, you know, this may not have necessarily been the timeline that you wanted, or you know, wasn't necessarily your first choice, but you do have the resources. You have everything that you need at your, you know, right in front of you at your fingertips, or, you know, within arm's length at least. And so really there's nothing to worry about. I feel like you are taken care of. You know, the world does take care of you, and that's really good. And I feel like with you kind of giving up not giving up the fight, like, I give up, but it's like you guys are just, you know, you guys are maturing. You guys are having this sort of, you know, this calm, humble confidence about you, where you don't need to prove yourself or prove your worth to anybody anymore. And it's just, you know, you're trying to accomplish, it's like you're on the pursuit of happiness. You're trying to achieve serenity and a state of just well-being, a state of happiness, okay? And I feel like this transition, this new beginning, is definitely going to you know, get you there, you know, but it is very much the beginning phase. So I do think that it is necessary for you to kind of front load a lot and kind of have to do a lot of work at the very beginning, but it will be worth it in the end, and things will finally start to stabilize. Things will slow down. Just right now is very crucial. You don't want to do anything reckless, because I feel like the next couple months, and even, you know, into like until the springtime at least, it's going to decide, you know, whether you need to start from scratch again, or whether you can just keep going, you know, keep moving forward, just keep going up. So very positive changes for you guys, Geminis. Just watch out for recklessness. Set yourself up now. Set up your life for success now, okay? Yes, you're under pressure a little bit, and things are just like, you know, it may feel like life kind of just throws things at you all at once, but look out for the signs, and for, you know, the times that life is actually, you know, fortune is smiling down on you, because I guarantee you that when you actually start to think about it, you'll realize just how much the world is providing for you, and how much the world has got your back. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for sitting through that. I hope the messages were really helpful for you guys. Please let me know what you guys think. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, you can purchase a reading, and you can do that on the websites that are going to be in the description box just below the video. So, I can't believe it's December. Next month. Wow. And it's the end of 2017. I don't know about you guys, but that flew by. I do hope that the upcoming year is going to be filled with nothing but love, learning, and a lot of abundance for you guys. So I'll see you guys in December. Take care. Love you lots. If you want, add me on Twitter at Sailor Solitaire, so we can keep in touch in between these videos. Thanks again for watching. Take care.